we'll start with a nice potential buy low, sell high candidate here. Angel Reese, point forward, apparently maybe worth a bit of a buy-in on the downswing, a buy the dip here.
Hey, the chatter. I know Tyler Marsh hated had to be him, but just based on the chatter, the pack watch, we were on watch. I think he's earned his way out of it. Well, okay, hold on. Let me back up.
Sustain. Give it a couple of games, and
there we go. Bingo. Because
yeah.
respectfully, this was against the Connecticut Sun. So it's like it's still better than what we have been seeing, because like she didn't do it against the Wings, and as we heard, you didn't beat the Wings. Or y'all didn't beat the Sky. Y'all didn't beat the Sky.
Oh boy.
Oh man. So it's like, yeah, I need to see a little bit more of it, but maybe this was a thing where it was like trust the process. It's just gonna be ugly at first, but once we get our bearings about us and everybody's locked in and everybody's playing at a better level than they were to start, it might be a thing. Yeah, I need to see it against somebody that can match up with them, because like Connecticut doesn't really. That's not that ain't really it. So like she got it before my dog, so you can't hate on it. And then she's already like 7th all time in triple.
That's a pretty banana statistic. I can't lie to you.
Oh man, I audibly gasped. Like, what do you
mean? Blame the minutes, district. Blame the minutes. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to, because I know people are gonna throw that on the WNBA and be like, oh well, you know, the statistics are all out of whack from like 97 up until pretty much like the last couple of years. Minutes and type of play. Like if you were to go to the WNBA and make it 10-minute quarters, like the numbers are probably not going to be as gaudy even in an era when there wasn't a lot of offense. That's all I'll say on that. But here's what I will say on Angel Reese. I know that the Alyssa Thomas comp is an interesting one here, but I think it actually undersells what Angel's true ceiling is if that's the path that she wants to go on and commits to working toward. Because Alyssa Thomas is more or less playing with torn labrums. It's an injury she took a few years ago. She didn't want to get it done surgically because she was concerned about what it would mean for like the long-term prospect of her career. So basically the argument was just like,
don't play with no shoulders.
Okay. Literally, like I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, which is insane when you consider the fact that she's still like a high-level professional athlete. That's pound for pound for my money, because we'll talk about the Mercury in a sec, like one of the most elite floor raisers of any WNBA player we've ever seen, and doing that shit with effectively no shoulders is just crazy. But Angel does not have that issue. She's got 2 good shoulders, which means that as we have this discussion about whether or not I saw that she can improve her shooting.
Because isn't she like double jointed or something? Like that's what
yeah.
So yeah, like there's something with her shoulder, like it's funky. That's why she has that hitch when she shoots. Yeah, but you know, technically speaking, from a medical perspective, yes, she has her labrums.
She is medically cleared to shoot the basketball. I don't know. I mean, I guess the way I look at it, it's like a higher ceiling Alyssa Thomas is her potential. And I think that's maybe what is so tantalizing, and what Angel Reese fans can really get behind is this idea that picture Alyssa Thomas with better outside shooting and the ability to truly stretch to the 3-point line if need be. I think that could be it if she wants to do that and put the work in to do that.
I feel like let's aim higher, shoot for the moon, and let's aim for Fee. Like, what's stopping her? Because defensively, she guards around the perimeter pretty well. She's quick. She can run the floor. So it's really just like if she can get a consistent shot from both inside and outside and inside, I aim for Fee.
Yeah.
You know, I'm with that.
Yeah. I mean, the work ethic is elite. Like, I think the intangibles are there. It just really comes down to, and I probably trend a little more like old baseball columnist, with this take, not in that kind of way, but more like
okay.
she did. No, yeah, no. I was like, no, I mean, like, she is a celebrity. You know what I mean? And as a celebrity, she is entitled to handle her off seasons and do exactly what she needs to do, however she wants. I don't necessarily believe in this idea that like you got to like do the Kobe lock yourself in the gym stuff. Because you're only young once and you only get to maximize what you have with what she has from a business sense once. But also there's plenty of days that we don't see on social media where like you could be in the gym doing stuff, right? I think for me, I guess I'm really interested in seeing what the coming off season has for her with respect to that. Because you can say this year, we're starting to see a vision for the future, and Tyler Marsh is lauded as a development coach and an ability to make players better. So I guess I want to see over the course of this season and into the offseason and into next season, if this core and coaching staff remains the same, evidence that you are trying to get to the place he is trying to get you to. Because that's what it feels like. This is what he's wanted since day one, and it just hasn't looked the part yet. But if this is the indication of what you can be on even the lower mid end, I, for the sake of being a fan of the game, that would love the notion of like Angel Reese making a triple-double superstar turn, because I just think that would be incredible for the league and how we discuss it. I want to see the evidence that you want to work towards something like that on the basketball court. I think that's like my only like old-time columnist guy kind of take. But I feel like if she gets there, it's worth it. It's so worth it if she does.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's life though. Like, it's a give and a take. So if you want to, like, that was kind of the thing. Like, Kobe was a psychopath, and I never really cared for him. Just FYI. But like, there was like a there was a commitment to being like an absolute basketball head, like consuming it. Same with Kevin Durant. He has no hope. Never mind. Don't let me.
You just kicked the hornet's nest on two of the biggest fan bases in basketball.
Look,
but thankfully we're 40 minutes into this by the official. We'll tell Tyler to
but
cut
it's
this
just
out.
Like everybody applauds Kevin Durant because he lives, eats, and breathes hoops. Like, ball is life. So it's like, to get to a certain level, ball has to be life. If you're comfortable, like, hey, I'm already really good. Who among us has not skated on just whatever your natural abilities was? That was high school. I'm passing these honors classes pretty well without actually studying. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm not like, you know what I mean? So it really just depends on what it is that you want and what it is that you're comfortable with. So I think, the potential is certainly there. It's just, future's in your hands, kid.
I think that one piece of WNBA history I would like people to consider is like the 3 to 4 year jump that we typically get for players in this league. There's a big trend, at least, especially among guards in particular. But I think there are a few forwards in recent draft classes that you can say have also had this leap. But like around year 3 or 4 is when players really make the jump into being stars within this league, right? Like Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum. You could say Sophie Cunningham's in this place, Lexi Hull's in this place. Kalia Copper was here like year 3-4 is when she really started to step up. Ty Harris is another one last season. Dejanay is another one. And so with that in mind, I think that it is okay to maybe think that a player that was drafted 7th in the WNBA draft might take a year or two more to get to the ceiling she needs to get to versus the consensus number 1 pick and one of the best number 1 draft picks to ever come out. So maybe patience is the virtue here.
Yeah. No, sometimes like you said, like Kelsey Plum took a second to make that transition and really hit a stride and really become who she is now, sometimes, and she was a number 1 pick. So sometimes, like, yeah, you just got to stay the course. And if you keep, like we said, the mentality and you want to get there, because that was one of the things Kelsey Plum said. She saw Sue Bird and was like, I got to lose weight, man. Like, I got to get cut. Like, it's got to go up. So, yeah, like, spark it and let's go.
Yeah. You know who's another one that had a late season kind of, or a late kind of career push, year 5? Fee. She averaged, relative, I guess, to MVP level. Her second year in the league, she was a 16-9 player. Her third year, she's like 16-8. She's been there, but to go from those numbers to 22-9 and now like 24-10 feels like a noticeable, like it's a noticeable leap, I guess, is, you know, because Angel's what? Like, she was what, like 11-11 last year were the averages? Let me look those up. But like, I feel like
something like that.
Yeah, I feel that is close enough in essence to this idea that maybe in year 2 or year 3, that 11-11 is there, but that 11-11 is maybe now become 19-12. And then what are we talking about? You know,
that's like, I had said this a lot, like last year when she's putting up numbers, like if she has the year that if she could take her June when she won Rookie of the Month and turn that into a season, that's MVP. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. And my thing with Fee, the leap to me, I guess I'm kind of like the pregnancy kind of interrupted some things. So I don't know how much of it was like she was going to do that, but then
it was like natural progression.
Yeah. Like, so I don't, that was the only reason I like hesitated.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, no, if she can take her June from last year and make that into a thing, and it's like, because we've seen her bully JJ, we've seen her bully the Storm, we've seen her bully the Mercury, like we've seen her like physically be able to stack up with, you know, premier bigs and people in this league. So it's like, it's not a matter of not having the tools. It's like refining, you know, what she already has and like getting consistent with it. So that to me is even more terrifying for the league, because it would be one thing if she had to develop something, but like it's already there. She has to refine it.
Yes, absolutely. And the Sky, wildly enough, for the first time this season, I feel like there's a better vibe with them, and that they are.
There's hope.
There's hope. Yes. God,
everybody has taken a step off the ledge because they were just ready to jump.